You got too many cooks living in the kitchen. You don't know what you've been missing.
Welcome to At the Kitchen Table with Soraida and friends. Super jazzed about today's podcast. I've already been laughing. Early, it's 8 in the morning. I want to just go around the table and introduce yourself to anybody that's watching and tell them a little bit about yourself.
Little old me. Matti Kelley. It's weird introducing myself to my friends, but Matti Kelley here. I own Satin and Stone, a jewelry store in downtown Salem. I also work as a loan officer for a Landmark Professional Mortgage Company. I am a recent mom of two, just had my 3-month-old 3 months ago, and then have a 3-year-old Easton at home and a sweet husband. So it's a little bit about me. I definitely wear my mom hat on my heart. That's big and true to me, but I love my work. I love my job, and I love you guys and being here.
I love your energy.
People.
I love your energy. I love all your energy. I'm like,
I am so surprised people are going to listen to this conversation between the four of us.
I know.
It's going to get interesting. That's for sure. I'm Gabby Northrop. I'm a financial advisor with Three Pines Wealth. I'm involved with multiple different community activities, avid Church on the Hill member with Matti. And no, not you, but that's okay. We still like you. Young mom of one, McClay. He just turned 1, and proud Salem, Oregon resident my entire life. So go Corbin, go Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Go Gabby.
Go me.
Yeah, for real.
I didn't know you were Salem your whole life, actually.
Yeah, my entire life.
Okay. Wow, me too.
Marier Elementary.
Wait, me too.
Good conversations happen at the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Soraida, where'd you grow up?
Gilroy, California. So that's why San Jose.
She's like California.
I was about to say, you get
We won't hold that against
Bay Area. Bay Area till about 18. So more than half of my life.
We converted you though.
Yeah.
So.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're Oregonian now.
Yep.
Well, I'm Alex Ferry. I'm a local State Farm agent on the insurance side. Sexiest industry out of all these years. Just
100%.
kidding. Low on the totem pole, but grew up in Salem my whole life like Gabby. Have a wife of 9 years and then a little 3-year-old daughter and then a kiddo on the way in
Congratulations.
January 26th.
How exciting.
Yeah, we're very excited.
We're trying to get him to tell us the sex because he knows, but he won't do it.
It's not going to happen. Sorry, Maddie.
Peer pressure.
I know. Just
if anyone can get it out of him.
I won't tell anybody on the podcast.
I won't anybody that's watching or listening.
Just the whole Salem community.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I know that you three are pretty tight. I'm not sure if it's because of how you grew up together, but you're all a part of the Salem Emerging Leaders. Right? So tell anybody that's watching and listening, why do it? Why be involved? What have you all gotten from it?
Man,
that's a really
question. Heavy question. I'll say this. I mean, we actually all didn't know each other. I mean, all growing up in Salem, we all didn't really know each other. No. I think some of us had heard of each other, but not. We all went to different high schools.
I think very different walks of life.
Different walks of life. And we didn't really come together until Salem Emerging Ambassadors, until we kind of all became ambassadors and we all kind of met individually and just clicked. And I feel like that's such a testament to why I even do this, right? Because you can, besides building connections here in Salem, like you can make lifelong friends. You can find similar interests with people that are in your community that maybe you've never met before. You've never been out in the community with them. And having opportunities like the Salem Emerging Leaders specifically here in this really, really small town is huge because I feel like people think that leadership is just for the older generation. It's just for people in high roles within their careers or within their jobs. And that's just so not true. Leadership really can be anything. It could be speaking up in your office. It could be speaking up in your community in some way, just volunteering. It doesn't just need to be, I'm a manager for so-and-so,
Right. I think that's a great point. And I think that sometimes people can get wrapped up in titles when it's not about that all. There's great poems written about the difference between a boss and a leader. And who wants to be a boss? Be a leader. Yeah. Be a leader with
and I think
in
this community too, like a lot of people like to think they're leaders or like call themselves leaders. And I think we're truly trying to be the difference. I think we all have very similar values because we're all rooted in our faith and stuff like that. But outside of that, I think each of us found value in this community, and that's why we choose to give back. I'm raising my kid here. I know they are too. We're all young parents. So I think the more we can put in our community, the more it's going to change for the better, not only for us, because whatever for me, right? Like I care more about the community my kid's going to grow in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the more we give back, like especially that age group, that generation of 18
we don't
to
want our
40
kids to leave.
Like, yeah,
we want our kids to stay here. We want our grandkids to be here.
Yeah, I was like, peace out.
And I have so many friends that it's like, I'm out of state now, and it's kind of sad. But you want Salem to be a place where people want to stay.
We just got to keep watering the grass
for sure.
Water in the grass.
Yeah,
Bill Rickey said that on the last podcast. He said that the grass is not always greener on the other side, so let's just keep watering our grass. And I was like, good.
That's good.
Point.
Solid
So
wisdom.
did all of you do Salem leadership through the chamber?
Yeah, we all did.
Are the same class?
Salem.
The same cohort?
No.
we were the same. We were the
class.
best cohort ever, actually.
Yeah, we actually still have a group chat.
I was
that,
like
goes off.
in the best
that's
group, but it's fine. It's fine. You guys can
second best.
You guys can think
have
that.
second.
No, and I think we talk about that a lot because if I wouldn't have done that at the stage in my life when I did, I wouldn't have had as many opportunities as I have now because of the room I was put in with. I mean, Sparkman, who else was
I'm getting ahead of myself. So how would you describe, I'm getting ahead of myself for anybody that's watching. They're like, you just skipped from Emerging Leaders to Salem Leadership.
No, it's okay.
So what is Salem Leadership? How would you describe it if I said, hey, why go through Salem Leadership?
Yeah. So Leadership Salem is just an opportunity. It's an application that you fill out, and it's through the chamber, and it's a 2-year-long program. And in the program, it's a monthly commitment, 1 day a month, where you get to go visit different businesses here in Salem and just continue to build out your community, make connections with people in your cohort. And usually it's between like 35 to 40 people, I think, in the cohorts. And the first year is just once a month commitment. You go and there's a schedule. And then the second year is you're actually planning for the next cohort. So it's a really, really, really exciting opportunity for individuals in Salem. I honestly didn't even know about it until I saw my friends go through it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do that.
Because really talked our cohort up so much.
I mean, you guys did. I will say you guys did. But it definitely felt like a calling. I feel like all of us here have a really big like servant's heart, and learning about other individuals in Salem that also have a servant's heart and being able to show us their business and show us what they do. I mean, one of my favorite days was the agriculture day and going to the farms and just learning from these orchards. Yes. And like literally learning from like Farmer John and like hearing the stories.
Literal Farmer John.
Yes.
His family's been here forever. I did Leadership Salem, but I don't remember what year it was eons ago. But I loved everything about it. But I definitely can see people in the community be like, they were in my cohort, So you definitely remember.
Yeah.
And I think to Gabby's point, it definitely, it changed a lot, because I think I was showing up to greeters, showing up to the luncheons. Like I was plugged in, but didn't know or have connections. But Leadership Salem just elevated that to where it was like you could walk into a room and know 20 people. Like that you
and not just like know them.
No,
but you're like 5 layers deeper. Like those conversations we would get in at the end of the day when you're recapping in the same room. And I think, this is going on a tangent, but I think being able to sit at a table where someone has a difference of opinion than you, especially in like how the day went. And there are some hot topics that get brought up, not gonna lie, the jail, all that stuff. Like I think there's something
even
invaluable.
History.
Yeah, right? About being able to sit at a table and hear someone else's perspective and walk out of the room friends.
Yes. And this is kind of why I started. One of the main reasons is that I think people in general, we can do better at crucial conversations and healthy conflict.
Yeah.
And
especially in our generation.
I love a respectfully heated conversation.
I love it. You're like, and to your point.
I hear you, but.
Well, I think when it comes down to it, like, we all believe what we believe because of our own lived experiences. And I know I can't change that for her. Like she's walked through what she's walked through. I can't change that, but I can hear where she's coming from, And I think we really need to get back to that.
Empathy to its finest.
Oh, that's what it's called.
And a little bit of grace.
Yeah.
Grace. Yes.
Right.
That's for sure.
I like to tell the youngins around me that I mentor, when I can walk on water, I'll expect other people to.
Preach.
Right?
And the other thing about Leadership Salem that I felt like was different than other leadership programs, at least here in Salem, is it wasn't like you were going in expecting to be like, oh, what business am I going to get from this?
Oh, for sure.
You know, it's not, no one's really sitting there being like, so what are you going to do for me? It's what can I do for you? And every day that we went to these businesses, that was our goal, is to figure out what can we as this cohort do for this business? And those were the questions we were asking. And I feel like that is like leadership. You know what I mean? Is the what can I do for you and not the what can you do for me?
Well, I think that's why we get along so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like our relationships with each other and the people we're close to, like they're not transactional.
Yeah.
That's a really funny because, I don't think we've ever talked about referrals between the three of us.
No.
And like we all cross paths quite often.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, yeah. We all do deals together where I'm the lender, she's the wealth advisor,
Yeah.
Alex is doing insurance
Insurance.
for them. And
I don't know
those
how
are the
many texts I've
best.
sent you.
I know.
Alex, I need this.
Yeah.
That's so
Finally,
funny.
Alex had to be like, Matti, this is my personal number. Here's my work number.
Boundaries.
You can also text and call this number. And I was like, we'll see.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll
do better.
I think that's great. You're a true testament on how investing in some of these programs, a lot of the programs that chamber or any of the chambers have, it fills your cup personally and professionally. So that's a win-win.
I think, we've all come to realize we have really big shoes to fill in the up and coming, movement of community leaders. And I think we're all on board with, someday stepping into that. And that's really important.
Well, I appreciate all of you. I mean, it's
Heavy.
especially with the young kids. Like, I remember that. That's not easy. It's a lot easier to just get myself ready than myself and a 3-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this morning, let's get real and raw. This morning, I was nursing, changing dirty diapers,
Right.
getting ready.
Oh, I'm putting eyeliner
Yeah.
on.
Right? One-handed makeup.
For sure. 3-year-old on my leg.
Yeah.
Gotten really good at putting makeup on in the car.
Yes.
If you see me downtown, just don't look.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Just
a
give
good
me the 5
segue.
more minutes.
Yeah.
Don't come knocking on my
Easier
window.
to do it in the car than
At home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're trying to navigate.
I gotcha.
yeah, my job's kind of easy. I don't.
Oh.
Nora yelled
Shout
and
out
I
Hannah.
went and
Yeah.
grabbed her and put her in bed with Hannah. She
There you go.
snuggled Hannah for a little bit.
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yes, shout out Hannah for sure.
Shout out, girl mom.
Yeah.
Let's talk about downtown. Ooh, you just said downtown. So let's start with, have you gone this week for the paid parking? How do you feel about it? Did you use the app?
Yes, use the app. I'm going to be honest.
You have
I
to.
feel like
well,
I
you don't
shouldn't
have
say
to be
this.
honest. You can be honest and say,
I can.
up to
Okay,
you.
you guys. This
I have an opinion.
I definitely have an opinion, but this is just me. I can tell that there's no meter maids, and I don't know if that's out there, so I haven't been paying. I haven't been paying because I can tell no one's checking right now. I feel like they're giving us
There's
a grace period.
Oh.
And so I'm like, as soon as I start seeing them going around doing tickets, I'll start paying.
After this drops, there's now going to be meter
Yeah,
maids.
for
And
sure.
Maddie's gonna get
I'm going to get mailed a bunch of tickets to me. No.
Did you download the app?
I did download the app because my type A personality was like, oh my gosh, I have to pay. I have
Get
to write
ready.
the exact
Yeah.
exact amount of time and be super on it. And then I started seeing that there was no people out. I'm very observant. I was like, nah, we'll start paying when I get my first ticket.
Risk it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I've gone downtown once and it was for Clink and I was running late. So I was like, I'm just going to find a parking spot and pay. And Maddie's like, no, park in the garage. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. It's not always the safest place. And she was like, no, there's a bunch of people in here now. Come on down. And there were a lot of people out. I felt a lot safer in the parking garage than I normally do. That's for sure.
Parking garage is free.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's security guards that walk around. So
Yeah. Giving it a try.
What about
Yeah.
you?
I personally like it. I like the app because I like parking, not having to go somewhere, and I just Apple Pay real quick and then move on with my day. And then if I do stay longer somewhere, you just add a little bit extra.
So when I downloaded the app, it said, can we track your locations? And I put no. So then when I went to go find it, nothing showed up. No. So I just destroyed the whole. Yeah. So then I just walked and used I did read, someone said that if you use the app, it charges you 35 cents.
It does. Service fee.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, it's like, whatever. I'd rather do that than go walk over to
I agree completely. I just can't figure out the app, but it's probably, I'm sure it's operator error.
Here's what I'll say about the new parking and paying. I will say this. If you've ever gone to a big city, you pay to park. Right. That's just what it is. Yes. And we never blink an eye when we're in this big cities. And so is this Salem trying to evolve, modernize, like become less of a town, more of a city? I don't know. Maybe the future will give us that answer, but I'm not mad about that. As being a downtown business owner and having my business downtown and having a brick and mortar downtown, I think it sucks for my clients who have to now pay to park. I've been seeing Isaac's. I've been seeing a ton of other businesses start giving incentives, which...
Go tell me about that.
Yeah, I feel like I just saw Isaac's.
Did they do a newsletter?
They do like 10% off or something.
Yeah, you get,
spend $10.
If you show them the app and you spend $10, they reimburse you for your parking, I think for an hour. And there was another business that was doing that as well. Now I can't remember. I will say that kind of hurts my heart a little bit for them. Just because I don't want them to have to lose out on money. I don't want them.
Yeah, I love Mark and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Shout out Isaac's, Icebox, go.
Yes.
Good work.
Love that. And the coffees. But
and they have good food at Isaac's.
For sure.
Oh, their bagel sandwiches.
I mean, and I there's a ton of business that goes through there too. Just like personal meetings and stuff like that. So yeah, I do feel for them too.
I also don't know. I don't know how much you guys have been downtown. I've been down a few times since it's been in place, and it feels like there's almost more people downtown. Like, I don't think obviously the retail shops would know better as far as foot traffic, but I don't feel like it's hurting as far as foot traffic.
See, I would say businesses are saying the opposite though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they?
Businesses are saying that it is hurting.
Do you feel like
and that's why they're
short term though? It's like people protesting it right now and then it'll like pick back up?
I would think so.
I would hope so. I mean, I feel like it's...
What about your business?
My business is by appointment only and they're secured into an appointment. So they got to pay to park when they come see me.
They paying.
Yeah, they paying. But I will say, I do feel like there are... like the free parking garage, even though it's over by the new Forge and whatnot. And I feel like the Forge, that's a whole other conversation. I mean, I really do think that businesses, investors, and people are trying to revamp downtown Salem, which I appreciate. I mean, being born and raised in Salem, it is completely different downtown than when I was younger. Even I feel like they're trying to do things new with the mall by doing markets and like they're doing night markets at the mall and things along those lines. And I appreciate that. I want my kids to be able to grow up and go downtown and feel safe and have shopping options and not just spend money on Amazon.
Right.
You know, I want them to support local.
I will say this, and it's going to be hot topic because I don't know how else to flip my life.
Just rip the Band-Aid off.
I wish people were as vocal about other issues as they are about paid parking. Like, I'm sorry, but $1.50. Like, let's talk about, like show up to some more important things too. That's what I will say. Like safety in downtown, things like that.
Yes, and I think along that line, I sometimes I appreciate that about all three of you, is that you might have a little bit of backlash for an opinion. There will be that 1% that's like, oh my gosh, what did she say?
Right?
Yeah.
Gabby,
downtown is safe. Downtown is safe.
What are you talking about? I know someone.
Well,
shout out, you know who this is. But I know someone that's legitimately gotten punched in the face downtown.
That's what I'm saying. But you'll see the opposite side with some of these downtown meetings where here's the data. I don't care. And do not cut this, Camden. What the data says.
Yes. Now we're getting into the real stuff.
What the data says. I know what it feels like to walk downtown.
Yeah.
So that there is the quality of life livability issue that needs to be addressed.
As a business owner downtown, I have homeless people or just people that will walk in and they'll just start looking at things. And I'm the type where I have enough confidence to be like, what can I do for you? And just, how's it going? Like, I will have a conversation, make them feel a little loved, and then they're on their way. Not everybody's like that though.
Correct.
And that's the struggle, is a lot of people don't feel comfortable to have that small interaction, because I feel like that's kind of what they're hoping for, or what they're even kind of walking in to, just kind of curiosity. And I think that that's where there's that lack of, they feel threatened, and there's no right or wrong.
There isn't. And everybody is coming from a place of emotion, whether it's being your friend that's punched in the face or whatnot. Sorry, that's going to alter how I walk around.
Yeah.
Right? That's the traumatic experience.
And if I bring my kid down there, like, it's one thing for me to go and meet you guys for coffee or lunch. Like, it's another thing if I'm pushing a stroller, you pushing 2 kids. Like, that's a lot different.
Yeah. Being educated on how to deal with those types of interactions, and I feel like can do wonders.
Yes. I think there's extremes with everything.
I want to hear Alex's opinion.
On downtown safety?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like an awareness piece, I feel like. You have to be on edge a little bit more often, especially when you take family down there. Like, I don't think we've ever taken Nora to Riverfront Park, just because it's like, it's not worth walking around and finding parking and then walking by a bunch of homeless people. And then, like, it's just the unpredictability.
The play areas there. What is it? The
splash pad.
The splash pad.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great spot.
And
I'm sure there's, like, it's safe and everything. But, like, I bike and, like, run down there, and I'm like, it's not always even pleasant to do that sometimes.
Yeah. And let's get real. Every place in the city, there could be some unsafe items.
For sure.
It's not just police that just get called to downtown. It's everywhere. So we can... we as society can always do better. But that definitely, people are trying right now, and that excites me.
Yeah.
Main Street's trying, and people are trying to be part of the solution. And that to me is super exciting, because I think that when you can just, if you get on a tangent and you're not having any solutions and you're just whining.
Yeah. Part of the problem.
Like
100%.
You're just whining, like, okay, so what is a solution? Or let's just keep throwing things at the wall until something sticks.
Isn't that kind of why you joined council?
Yes.
Like, to be the change?
Yes. And to be the voice. I mean, be a voice. I mean, at the end of the day, there's 7 voices. I'm just one vote out of 7. But to make sure that we weren't just rubber stamping things. Not saying that anyone on the council was, but but knowing that I have enough confidence to disagree in a healthy way, and that can be uncomfortable.
That's a really good point. And I feel like that kind of ties back into, like, our leadership styles is confidence. And just that word right there is huge. I feel like if you can tap into your own self-confidence, a lot of things will just kind of start to come a little bit more natural for you. You'll almost find that you're being more genuine and, like, showing up as your authentic self. And in leadership, especially in the roles we are as ambassadors for leadership or Salem Emerging Leaders, is I feel like we just have the confidence to be able to go into a room, yap about what's important to us, and people resonate with that. They're influenced by it. And I feel like when people ask about, leadership qualities or something, it's tapping into that confidence and being confident to speak up in a room, even if you feel like your voice doesn't matter, being confident to be like, you can sit at this table.
And and have a healthy conversation. And be confident in your morals and your beliefs, because at the end of the day, I have to look at myself in the mirror. Someone can write a comment and, or take a really ugly picture of me and post it that doesn't even look like me.
AI, it's all.
Yeah, that was AI generated.
And that to be like, okay, let them. Absolutely let them.
I think you have to be confident in your team too. And I think, again, that's why we work so well together. Is I know if I can't be in the room or if I can't be at that table, I can rely on these two to kind of advocate what needs to be said. And I don't have to, like, worry about, someone not saying the hard things. But the other part of that is they know how to say it, right? Like, they're not just going to be rude or whatever.
Or
like,
point
there's
the
a way
finger.
to say something.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think some of that's also like calling's a strong word, but I think some of it is like a calling where you are in that position because of your personality type. And so you really have to embrace it. Otherwise, the quiet people that don't want to speak up, never, like there will never be that voice. So, like we almost have to intermediate.
I absolutely think it's a calling because some people or residents in the city or in the valley, they don't have the opportunity to be in the room with maybe some of those change makers. So it is, I feel, a moral obligation for myself to speak up.
Yep.
100%.
And knowing your strengths too. Like I remember the first day, I mean, I knew Alex from college, but I remember the first day, like we kind of started working together at the Chamber and Emerging Leaders. And we were sitting around a table like this and we were going through and telling each other our strengths and like kind of roles we didn't want to play. And Alex was like, I don't really want to be up front. Like, I don't want to be the main speaker. I'd rather, help on the back end of things, like check-in, stuff like that. And it's been really cool to see him grow too. Like now he can be up front all day. And
yeah,
like,
I saw you at greeters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm like,
you're owning the mic
a couple years ago. So yeah, it's just, I think realizing your strengths too and like helping each other come along the way and being like, no, you can do that. Like I've seen you do that and you're actually really good at that,
Building each other up. It's a lot easier to pick someone up than it is to push them down.
Yeah.
100%. That's why I love you guys too.
Preach that to the community.
Right? Pick each other up. Build each other up. You heard it here. Today, pick someone up.
Right across. Right?
So I got a question for you. What advice would you give your 16-year-old self?
Oh gosh.
Man, that's Gabby's question to like every leader that we.
I love asking people that.
Break up with your ex-boyfriend. No, I'm kidding.
Matti Kelley.
Yeah, right. I can't hold back, you guys. Sorry.
Did you hear that, ex-boyfriend?
Yeah. Don't put him on.
Look at her now. Yeah.
No, literally. 16-year-old Matti. What's crazy is I have always been a very confident person. I mean, even I was, 8th grade running for like freshman president at Sprague, like making buttons and t-shirts, handing them out to my friends. Like I was my student body vice president. So I just feel like I was on this trajectory of like doing things that were super passionate to me. And I feel like I would just say like, keep following that path, like keep doing that, keep putting yourself out there, uncomfortable situations, and just black out the noise. Mm-hmm. Because as you get older, you realize the noise is just that. It's just noise. It actually doesn't need to make an impact on your soul. And when you're so young, everything kind of makes an impact and it just feels really heavy. And blocking out the noise and just keep following the path that you wanted for yourself. But looking back, I will also say, like, I'm very proud of that person. I don't look back and be like, oh, she could have done better. Or I am like really proud of my younger self.
Good.
And
I love that.
Seeing where I'm at now, I feel like my younger self would be proud of me now too. Honestly. I mean, and it's not like a kudos to me. It's more just...
Kudos to your parents. How about that? Let's say kudos to your parents.
Yeah,
yes.
Shout out to my mom and dad.
Kudos to a great upringing.
For real.
Because that's our foundation.
Ron and Linda really did a lot for me. And I appreciate that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Gabs? Give it to me.
Oh, gosh, me. I had a very different upbringing than most. My grandparents raised me, and they're literally angels on this earth. You all know that. They're the best. I think if I could go back to my 16-year-old self, gosh, I think I would tell myself, like, life isn't linear. Like, you're going to take turns and twists. And at that point, I thought I was going to be like a badass lawyer. Sorry, censor.
No, you can say that on this show.
I thought I was going to, right? I was going to get my degree in, this and then go to grad school for this. And there was a time when, because I didn't go do that stuff, I felt like a failure when I didn't know the journey I was about to get taken on. And I wouldn't change a thing. It happened the way it needed to for that specific reason. And I asked Greg Peterson this question just a couple weeks ago. I said, he was a little troublemaker when he was younger. And he looked at me and he was like, Gabby, I wouldn't change a thing. Like I wouldn't tell myself anything because everything needed to happen the way it needed to. And that's going to stick with me because I don't think I would do anything different.
Okay, let's twist that question.
Oh.
What advice would you give a 16-year-old? And a 16-year-old that's 16 in 2025.
Oh, gosh.
Plug in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that, truly, I feel like I wish I almost would have plugged in more when I was younger and tried it. And I think that that's what's cool about what Salem's doing now is there are a lot of opportunities out there for even the younger, emerging leaders is for 20 to 40 year olds, like what we're doing, but there are programs and stuff out there for even younger than that.
There is. We have city council liaisons on different committees.
Yeah.
Youth liaisons.
I was a page
You have peer
at the
court.
Capitol.
Yeah.
At one point, like there are opportunities. And I think that's what I would say is like, life is what you make it. And if you want to go sit and be a little, brat in the corner and life sucks. Like this is where empathy comes in, right?
It's like take your ball. Stay in the game. Take your ball and go home.
If you want to be in the room, work your butt off and get in the room.
Yeah. Just go sit at the table. That's really what you got to do.
And if you can't sit at the table, like work your butt off the next time so there's a spot for you, waiting with your little name tag. You know
Amen.
what I mean?
Love that.
Reach out to the people that are at the table.
Yep.
Get them to go to coffee with you.
Yeah. Go to lunch with them.
I just like, sometimes you ever look at your life and you're like, I don't know how I have that person in my phone. Like, how did I get that person in my phone? And there are things that happen in my life where I was able to contact people like Danielle Bethel. Like, what 20-something-year-old can call a county commissioner and have them pick up the phone and help? Like, you have to do the work, not even like selfishly or like self-centered in a way, but like create the relationships, the genuine relationships to get you in that room. I don't know.
No, I think that's great. You explained it well.
The opportunities are earned. They're not just going to be freely given.
Not given.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to a 16-year-old?
16-year-old self. Well,
or a 16-year-old. You can just say,
I'd say 16-year-old in general.
Yeah. Somebody's that from the Y came, they're talking, there's a group of 16-year-olds. They want to know what the Salem Emerging Leaders, what kind of opportunities are out there, what kind of advice.
Mm-hmm. My advice would be just show up to things and figure out what they're passionate about. I think that's the hardest part is at least 16-year-olds now, everyone's stuck on their phones and they're not connected. Like they think they're connected and you feel connected, but you're not actually when it's just through a phone. And so I think just showing up, finding out what you're passionate about, finding out people that you want mentorship from, that you want to follow in their footsteps. You have to do that by just showing up to things. And I think that'll be a struggle for a lot of people in the high school, middle school right now. But like you said, there's all these opportunities with even the youth leadership Salem, the different programs that they can get plugged in. So hopefully 16-year-olds do start to do that. So
you are all young parents, right? A couple 3-year-olds, 3-month-old is what I heard. One on the way, a 1-year-old. I listen. What do you think about phones with teens and tweens? Is there, when you think, what age do you think?
That like my child should be getting a phone?
Yes.
18. No. Married. Yeah. Married. Want to know what's
not getting married.
I actually feel like I have a little bit of a different opinion when it comes to phones. I'm somebody that I'm adaptable. I'm not going to sit here and say, don't get on the phone, don't do this or that, because they're going to do it anyways. I was that kid. My parents just kind of gave up on being like, no. They were just like, okay, just, we're going to monitor. Just, they were like, we're going to have eyes on you. And I feel like that's the kind of parent I want to be.
Like a meet in the middle and figure it out.
I'm not going to tell them they can't have this and then they go and hide it from me. I don't want that. And the age, I think I was in 7th or 8th grade when I got my first phone. And I think I got Motorola Flip, Razor, pink. I don't know. Pink
for Christmas.
Yeah, might have been pink. But I feel like there will be a time where actually my children get them at a younger age and it be a emergency contact only.
Where they have 3 phone numbers, grandma.
Yeah. But what
I could see that
is like the tough one is socials. That's where I'm like, I'm going to have to follow in the footsteps of what I see other parents doing that have older kids, because I don't want my kids to have socials at a young age.
Liberty House has a great program for anybody watching. You can do it online with kiddos. So it's called I Respect, I Protect. And they teach it through the school, but it kind of educating parents or grandparents and what to look for. So
I agree with Matti. I think trust is earned. It's not freely given. And until you give me a reason not to trust you, like, I mean, if you do give me a reason not to trust you, Lord help you.
I can't wait for my son to cross me for the first time.
I'm scared of Gabby.
I'm scared of him as a mom. Like, I don't know. I just think, I'm not like a lenient parent, but I also like I was one of those moms that was like, I'm not going to let Mac watch TV. And now we watch Coco every night before bed for 45 minutes. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's so hard. It really is hard. Especially
there is no playbook.
I want my kid to do activities and stuff like that. Like, how do you gauge, where someone's at or blah, blah. My grandparents used to say, like, use someone else's phone. We don't care. I'm like, I don't know.
I love have you guys seen like the simple phones or whatever they're called, where it's literally just camera, text, call. I feel like from our preference, we'd probably start there. It's just like, hey, you're going to do sports, go hang out with friends. Like, just call us when you're done or whatever.
My grandson, he's 7. He has like the watch where they know where he's at. And then it's just like 2 numbers. So if they're at a football game or a high school, but he's with his little group of friends, but you have eyes on him. So you still like that. I can get, I'm like, sorry about that. Yeah.
Because I think the hardest part is the social media thing. It's like, I remember when I was in high school.
Because if you take that part out,
it's fine. Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, Facebook came out and my parents were like, you can't have Facebook. So then I think I was staying at my grandparents' house or something and I created Facebook. And then they found me and they were like, oh, so Alex, you have a Facebook? And I was like, no. And they were like, oh, what's this? I was like, dang it.
I'm learning more about him.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, I feel like I was like aim chatting like random people. Or going on to like that video thing where like
where you get a random
random people.
How dangerous is that? Right?
So looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, guard. Yeah. Hopefully my parents don't watch this.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, there is no playbook for parenting. You learn and you still learn. I mean, I still learn. My kids are 26 and 30, and you have to learn how to be a grandparent without being the parent when you're like.
I just feel like I'm very thankful though that like as a young mom in a career where I'm like very hands-on in my career, it's not like necessarily a stay-at-home type job. Like I got to be out in the community, and I'm just really thankful that I feel like it's becoming so accepting to have, like, I brought Kason at 2 months old to one of our coffee social, and everybody was excited to see him, and he only cried a little bit where I had to walk away. But it's so heartwarming to be accepted with children in your careers in these. And I feel like that's a huge thing, is if you are a young mom or a young dad, you can still come to our coffee socials. Like there's room for you. I don't want the parents to feel secluded from our events or anything of the like. There's definitely
I think we try to create like an atmosphere where that is very welcome for sure.
So tell me, and anyone that's watching or listening, so what monthly activities are Salem Emerging?
Yeah. We have our coffee social, which is every fourth Thursday of the month, 8:30 to about 10. And the location changes every time. I would just sign up or register, and you'll get the calendar invite, or you can check the socials we have at Salem Emerging Leaders. And you can always see where we're going to be. There's also after hours events, which are kind of sporadic, but we're kind of getting to a more regular quarterly event system. And those are all different too. And I would say those are a little bit more like fun. They're less structured. It's more of just like pure networking, where coffee social is more of a like leadership takeaway. Like you're going to kind of be leaving with some type of takeaway.
We almost base it off of like Leadership Salem, like what that day feels like down in an hour.
Condensed.
It's hard to do, but I feel like that's our passion with
and
it.
Can someone, so say if they're not a chamber member, can they go to one for free, or what does that look like?
Yeah, they can come to all of them. That's the different thing about Emerging Leaders is you can come.
You do not have to be a chamber member.
Nope.
Yes. But we also have lunch with leaders. And
Yes, you just had my friend Andrew Holbert on there.
Yes,
Yep.
Andrew, yes. And that one's not free, but it is still a really, really fun and exciting opportunity just to kind of sit and learn and hear from people like Andrew. And
Do you have to be a member for that one?
Nope. No emerging leader events. You are required to have a chamber membership.
I love that.
However, we do want you to find the value in
Being
the
a chamber member.
right? We're all chamber members. So, and we wouldn't be where we're at without the chamber. So we want other people to see that value too.
And I do believe, and I've always believed that the chamber and any organization, it's what you put into it.
For sure.
You're not, if you sit there in the corner,
Right?
That's so funny because, I've had friends come to greeters and they're like, oh, I just didn't see the value in it. And I'm like, did you try to talk to people? And they're like, well, no, I just expected people. I was like, you have to like show up and like be involved and engage.
you have to be in the game, not on the sideline.
Yep. Yeah.
I had a friend text me 2 weeks ago saying, hey, Matti, I am going to go to my first greeters and I'm really nervous. And I feel like there's this layer of like social anxiety.
100%.
And you really kind of have to, again, tune into that confidence to be able to go walk up to that person. Because for us, I feel like that'd be easy, right? We could easily go up to talk to somebody and be like, hey, who do you work for? What do you own? And, just kind of make that connection.
It really is a skill set. I think public speaking is top 3 fears, along with heights. I can't remember the third one. So that is a real thing to pick up that microphone and to where we're just like, give me the microphone.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. Yeah, exactly. You need me to blow a whistle? I don't know how to whistle, but I'll do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So I could see that, but I think that when we're around and we're like, you got this. Latino Business Alliance. Have any of you ever been to that?
Yeah.
The Pan Dulce. So you have
I
to.
love how out of all of us, you've been.
But you introduce yourself in English and Spanish. And you can see even confident people that maybe you see at greeters that are super confident when they are reading the script in Spanish.
It's uncomfortable. Yeah. Because it's
How did you feel about it?
Oh, I read it and I was like, yeah, I'm going to say everything wrong. Me llamo Alejandro. Like, you just go through it.
Yeah.
I mean, I took like 6 years of Spanish and I still suck at it. So it did not help.
Yeah, but it is interesting in that aspect how it can just flip.
Well, and my mindset was like, I don't want to be disrespectful because it like, I don't want to step on toes and be like pronouncing it wrong and make it funny when it's like, it's not funny. Like, it's your language. I just can't speak it. So,
well, and I think, shout out to Latino Business Alliance and Jose Gonzalez for starting that. He taught me something about how that feels uncomfortable. So even in my as my role as the GM for the hotel, now when we have employee meetings, we'll do both in English and Spanish and do games in English and Spanish because it changed my mindset. So I think the more that we have an opportunity to learn from each other and we seek out those opportunities, it can just be great. At the convention center, we got handheld radios. So it'd be very hard to Spanish speaking cooks to go back. So if someone in the meeting room is saying, I need more cookies or whatnot, it automatically translates to whatever they have in their ear.
Oh, that's cool.
That is super cool.
It's so cool. You guys ever want to check it out? Let me know.
Crazy.
Right?
What's the voice? Is it like
it's like you can go through Russian, Spanish.
So like Siri? Like you hear this like
Australian guy.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll have to ask. You just change your voice and you're like, who is talking to me? But I love those opportunities just because there's something that the way we've always done it doesn't mean that we need to evolve.
Paid parking.
Right? AI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's my best friend. I was so scared of it. And I'm like, why didn't I have this a long time ago?
I use it every day.
Yeah.
Can you respond to this email for me?
Nicely.
Try this.
Nicely.
I saw something on social media and it said, ask ChatGPT to tell you something about yourself. And it says everything because of everything you fed it.
Oh, I pay for the
like
higher,
the $20 a month.
Exactly. No, I do.
Oh, I didn't even know you could.
Yeah, you can,
And it
because you get more
remembers.
images. It knows you better. Yeah, it's pretty
Hear
crazy.
that?
I'm gonna give you guys a little tip. You can create a personal assistant through ChatGPT, and you can tell this assistant, you can name them. I have Jennifer. She works for Satin and Stone. No, that's her name.
I'm paying for World Local's personal assistants.
See,
he created a whole library, Tim.
Yep.
Personal assistants.
Yeah. And I told she knows everything about my business. She is my personal assistant.
And they can answer phones?
Oh, she does captions for me. I mean, this is my ChatGPT assistant.
You're like level 4. I'm over here,
right?
I'm over here in chat 101.
That's a whole nother podcast. AI man.
Right. But I think it's a good example if we don't evolve. If you don't jump on the AI train, you're going to get left behind.
Yeah. But it is, I mean, the good side to it. And I feel like the bad side is a whole, like I said, like a whole nother conversation. The good side to it is really helpful. And I feel like as a business owner, it can be very time consuming to have to I hate being on my phone. I truly do. I'm like the worst texter. I'm like, just call me, FaceTime me. And I don't like texting. And so just to sit there on social media, I mean, I have to like time block social media to post for my business and whatnot. And I mean, it helps me create captions. It really does. And just give ideas. Talk me off the ledge. No, but I mean, I feel like it.
You're like, I had a bad day.
Yeah.
What do you have for
Jennifer, I need
Give me a motivating Bible quote.
Yeah. I do have a girlfriend that does that. She like brings her all her problems.
Okay.
But
yeah, that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother level for sure.
It's a counseling.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But it really is a good example of having to evolve, right? Because I think that maybe 20 years ago when I was you all's age, you would think, why are we still doing it this way? Like there's such another efficient way to do. So us as older people, knowing that, hey, we have so much to learn from each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's all efficiency, like you said. It's like it's just finding more ways to be efficient with our days and our time, and the same way we transitioned from phone calls and snail mail to email and texting. Yeah, fax. Yeah. Right. We were just changing the methods to be more efficient.
I like it.
I will say, though, I appreciate that mindset of having the openness to the change, because I feel like in Salem, the mature generation it's a little bit of a struggle. I mean, they don't really love change. And I feel like we in our generation are trying to bring all this change to Salem. We are now the business owners, and there's a lot more younger business owners in our community. And I feel like sometimes I feel like a lot of us have been a part of boards or just volunteer for different nonprofits. And we go to these meetings and we're just kind of sitting there wide-eyed like, oh, wow, you guys don't want to change anything.
Right. And I've been part of those kind of boards where they're the 20 plus years older than me. And I'm like, is it really 1892 in here? Like, what is happening?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I can feel that in both ways. So I think the lesson is to be open.
Yeah.
Right.
To be open to differences and to be open to other ideas.
Just hear each other out.
There has to be that balance of you need someone that foots on the gas, they want change, but you also do need the brake pedal of like, the wiser people that have gone through life.
Yes, like I'm going to poke a couple
they have
holes
to be
in this.
Open. Yeah, exactly.
Or let's try it once and then go from there. Let's not make a year commitment. So there is ways to work on that and to evolve. And I think that all the chamber members, Salem Chamber, is doing a good job. I mean, you got Tom, but just kidding, Tom. We love you.
The president-elect is a little sketchy right now.
Shout out, Ted.
Yeah, I
know. Right. I love him. Yeah, I love all of that. Okay. Question for you. What is something or a business or product that in the Willamette Valley, Salem Kaiser, that people need to know about? That are watching?
Business or product?
Something or a store. You could say you need to go to that store. I just found it.
Yeah, that's funny you were going to say that, because I was going to say, have you guys seen or heard of Dittos downtown? No. Oh my gosh. So the gals that own Winslow, that own Top Shore, they just opened Dittos. And they're going to hate when I say this. It's not a consignment store, but it is kind of like a consignment store.
Where's it at?
It's downtown in the old Whitlock's building. And
where is that?
On what street?
Across from the Riverfront Park, right?
No, it is, I don't know what street it's on, but it's downtown.
So it's called Dittos. Okay, I'm looking it up. I'm going.
And they have like They have a bunch of nice brands like Lululemon. And it's like you walk in and it's just vibes, like immediately. They have this whole like Volkswagen bus that's cut in half, like up on the wall. Like it's just very vibey.
What?
They have,
How do I not know about
stories. They have men's and women's clothing.
So the clothing isn't brand new.
It's not all brand new, no. And the prices are just amazing. Do you guys remember Funky Monkey? It kind of gives Funky Monkey
First of all,
vibes.
I'm like, why haven't you told this?
Yeah,
Told me.
why am I learning about this here? It's a
now.
podcast. I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful.
Keep it all. She's keeping all the clothes to herself.
I know. Well, honestly, sometimes I don't
she
share my
likes you guys more.
I don't like sharing my secrets because then everybody takes everything I like. No, it's a really cool store though, and local business owners, of course, really great people too. So yeah, go support Ditto's. Beautiful.
Okay, we will. She's mind blown. Why don't I know about
I'm
this?
literally like, I
How
can't
long
even think
has it
about
been-
my own business anymore.
gonna tell you, you're gonna
How
love
long
it.
has it been open?
I think they literally opened like maybe 2 months ago. I think Kaysen, yeah.
She's waited 2 months.
I thought she was going to say like 2 days.
Yeah, it's recent.
I'm just surprised you guys actually haven't heard of it.
No, not at
Well, you
all.
haven't posted about it.
They
so.
were on Sip and Stroll's
Now we know why.
Now we know.
tour.
They
Sip and
were?
Stroll, yes.
Oh.
Ankeny was there.
Maybe I didn't make it there.
Maybe I didn't go to Ankeny because I wanted to go to other places I hadn't tried yet.
I went to Style and Company for the first time that night.
Style House, yes.
Style.
That
Yes,
one's
I
cute,
love that.
too.
I've been going to that like once a
Beautiful.
week. Yep. It's great ever since Sip and Stroll. She's still
I'm having
thinking.
a hard
Yeah.
time. I guess the one that pops to mind.
You can even
that's just
give us a
been-
kid product. You can give. I think when the GM for Marion Berries was here, he said Blue's Clues. He said that cartoon tears me up. I was like, okay.
I think Bluey is the new Blue's Clues.
shout out Bluey.
Yeah.
Bluey is what I meant.
We
I just
we
dated
watched it
myself.
last night. It was
I
so
love
good.
Blue's Clues though.
Yeah.
I just like the Australian accent in Bluey
Oh,
because I can't do it, but I try.
Yeah,
I'm like,
see, I
convinced
dated
my kid
myself.
is just going to start talking in an
I'm
accent.
hoping like it's sad. Nora laughs like bingo, like the little like
high screech.
yeah. It's like where did this come from?
So I heard the
Oh.
Bluey has some good storytelling in it.
Some
Yeah,
life
it
it's just
lessons.
short and sweet and
Yeah.
silly. No like politics, no weird stuff.
Love it.
It's great.
Yeah, wholesome.
Perfect. Okay, the thing I was
I know.
thinking
I want to
of,
know what you guys think.
it's I don't know what it's not product service, it's more event based, but like the Hoopla Target that's coming up with, they're trying to create like an annual location for
Yes,
it.
over the bridge out in Polk County.
Mm-hmm.
That's super exciting.
Just seeing stuff like that, it's new and exciting, and I think would bring value to Salem. Like I grew up playing basketball, played in college, and so I
Do you play hoopla?
Yeah, playing this year too.
Oh, Alex is a
I'm getting
baller.
too old though.
Yeah, I was just going. Are you
Oh,
going? Do you
man.
play like the age group now? Do you play the height?
Oh, I'm not like 50 and up yet, but like,
But don't they have like 40 and up?
yeah, I'm not 40.
I know.
Man.
You're getting
He's
there.
like, take it
You're
easy.
getting there.
I'm an emerging leader. That's 20 to 40.
Someday I will be in the 40 and up, and I will play probably. But
Oh,
yeah, I
boy.
play old man ball now. You just don't try as hard. You don't sprint.
Oh, I'll have to.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
on
I
the
think
app how
did
you
I
can.
see you and Julie last year? You were running around with Jason, right? Yep, yeah. And so just that vibe, and so I think
Yeah,
having
and
the
I just love
physical
the app that
location-
you can look that up on Hoopla. You can go down there even if you don't have a family member and say,
Yeah.
okay, where's Alex? Where's
Yep.
Jason?
Yeah,
Like,
you can find anyone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool. I like the food at Hoopla. The like tent.
It's just a great vibe. And I read that we're the Hotel Salem that sponsors something about what's a gauntlet?
Oh yeah, they're doing the gauntlet. So it's basically it's 1 minute games, and so it's just whoever has the most points after 1 minute of playtime.
Oh,
And then
My
loser
back
goes
hurts
out.
just talking about.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
If you want a little hoopla, I would say preview. We're having
yeah.
our coffee social, our next coffee social next week is at Hoopla, right?
Yep.
So,
yeah, next Thursday.
yeah, next
well, this
Thursday.
podcast will be out next Thursday. So,
Oh,
but I'm gonna
perfect.
but we'll put a little
Well, that
plug out
weekend
there.
is Hoopla. So.
Yeah, so it'll be great. So look for your friend Alex.
Yeah, I'll be out there.
Just say stop.
all weekend.
Yeah, oh yeah. We'll see. I hope it's not. It's always hot that weekend. It'll be great.
It's
It's
supposed
great
to be
fun.
like 90, I think.
Yes, it was great fun with Salem. Julie, well, last year she was city councilor. This year she'll be mayor, but
Mayor.
yes. So it'll be.
Did you
great.
guys you guys did some of the medals too, didn't you?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, it was great. It was great to have her involved.
Experience.
She's a great community leader.
She
Great
was
person.
my preschool music teacher.
I love that.
Preschool. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I love that.
Shout out Julie.
That's pretty wild, actually.
Yeah.
Sing for us.
Yeah, you want to talk about someone
Didn't
who...
she? Like,
Oh yeah, I was like, no.
Come on,
But
Maddie.
she actually did. We made a CD, like a preschool CD that I still have, and my kids and my nieces listen to. And she made it, and it's like a bunch of songs that we all sang together.
Oh,
That's
it's
awesome.
It's great. And she still goes out to Queen of Peace and
Well,
does that.
Say,
So
talk
now
about
it's like
someone pouring
parents
into the
and
next generation.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
you want to get involved?
she's the real
Meet with
deal.
Julie.
She's
Yeah.
a children's book too.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Ugh.
All right,
Yeah.
Gabby, you've had plenty of time.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Does it have to be like new?
No, you can just say hidden. You could give us a baby product, whatever you
Baby
want.
product. I don't know a baby product. We have been going to the Dallas Aquatic Center like multiple times a week.
Oh,
And I'm like, this thing is so underutilized. Like, just like the local pools. I don't
Yeah.
know, Croc Center, stuff like that.
Dallas
like,
Aquatic Center is pretty cool.
it is
it's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
My grandson he lives in Amity, but he took swimming lessons out there. It is very cool.
Yeah, I think just like, I know a big fear of mine as a parent has been like water and stuff like that. And so they have so much like little kid things. I'm like, man, I wish I would have known about that sooner. And you can put your kids in swim lessons at like 6 months or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay,
we've loved
Dallas
that.
Aquatic Center, everyone.
Mhm.
Okay, ready for the wrap-up question?
Oh gosh.
Mm.
I'm definitely going to have you guys back.
I was about to
We're
say,
just
I
getting
feel like
started.
we haven't even got to the meat and potatoes.
Right, I know. This is just, I know, we've already
Maddie's
been
like,
talking
give me
like
the
over an
hard
hour.
question.
I know.
Yeah, the hard questions. And I'm going to have to start rephrasing this question a little bit, but what keeps you up at night, or what do you see a lot of heavy thoughts, or you continually going back to? What is that? Is that Salem Emerging Leaders? Is that being a business owner? Is it being a mom and being present? Like, what is that? Like, what where you find a certain topic or thought?
You know what's funny is none of all of that. No, that doesn't. It's not what it's. My mind is so big picture. It's so futuristic thinking that mine is the pressure of I'm not the next. I'm the now. I'm a business owner now. I'm not a part. I feel like my brain in the past has always been like, I'm the young leader. I'm the next up and coming. Like, we're going to be working towards like the next generation of trying to take things over, of be a part of boards, of whatever that is, ABC, et cetera. And it's like, no, we're the now. Like, we are making moves and making change now. And it's kind of like that pressure is what keeps me up at night. I remember at one of our coffee socials, Katie Kostick had came up to, I think, all of us or a couple of us and was like, you guys are, you're doing such a great job. She was so affirming. And then she was like, people really look up to you. And that hit me really hard. I was like, what do you mean? I look up to them.
Do you remember that? We were like all around that podium.
Yes. And
I love that. That's such great energy, and it's true. We do. I will look at. You all are about. I'm just turned 50. I don't know what our age difference is, but to know that you're in the room with that confidence is amazing. Like,
but it's a lot of pressure.
Yes,
because
I see that. Like,
for sure.
the way you
It's
explained
overwhelming.
it.
Yeah, it's like I want to make sure I'm showing up authentically. I don't want to feel like I have imposter syndrome. I want to be, the mom guilt of it all kind of weighs on me. It's like, taking time away from my 3-month-old to come spend 2 hours here. It's like, that's a lot of pressure. And I feel like that's what keeps me up at night. But I think what I always kind of fall back on is how appreciative I am that I have the support to be able to do those types of things. My husband is such a great help. I have family help, and that really keeps me grounded and makes me appreciative that I'm able to be out in the community more, because it does take away from our time in our careers. And I definitely stay awake at night thinking about just the big picture of it all, and how I feel like we're all working towards something in our future that's bigger than us. And it really has to do with Salem and our community and helping people make connections through Leadership Salem or through Emerging Leaders, and that there is a little bit of responsibility.
I feel that. I think I said it earlier, like I have a moral obligation to be present and that I have the opportunity to make differences, to make them where they're at. And, it's not my plan. People will ask, what are you going to do next year? I said, how to make God laugh is make a plan. So I just go with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And give a little plug about your business and where if whoever's watching, where's it at? How do I make an appointment?
Oh my gosh, Satin and Stone. So I own yes, thanks, Gabby. I own a permanent jewelry business. We also sell pre-made jewelry. All of it's handmade by me and a couple others. And it's downtown.
Where?
I'm moving. And I can't officially say where yet.
TBD.
But where can someone find you now?
Yeah. So at satin.andstone on Instagram, Satin and Stone Permanent Jewelry on Facebook, www.satinandstone.net. And I sell just really high quality handmade pieces. And then I also work as a loan officer for Landmark Professional Mortgage Company. That is something that I really do hold dear to me because I love helping people finance their homes and get into homes. And I work with a lot of all types of different buyers, but first-time home buyers. And so it's really a special time because as a homeowner, I know it's such a hard process. And to be able to have somebody who can really, dive into what to expect and, give strong communication is key. And so I love being that for people.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Personally, professionally, and thank you for being in the room. You have to be at the table, right?
Yeah.
And part of the conversation.
Yeah.
You're going to be part of the dinner.
Yeah, right? I think, again, it's almost just such like a aha moment. If even just sitting here with you two, I'm just like, I don't know. I kind of always see myself as 21-year-old Matti. I'm still that person, even though I'm 30, with 2 kids and a husband. So it definitely is a little aha moment.
Love that.
Love you guys.
I completely agree with you. I think, I lay awake in bed at night just thinking, I'm very grateful for every opportunity that comes my way. There's so many times I look at our lives and I'm like, we're 30. How did we get here so quickly? I think I lay awake thinking about just time commitment. And I remember early on in my career, I thought I had to say yes to everything and it drained me so quickly. So I think now, just realizing everything I say yes to takes time away from my kid or my family or my close circle of friends or my church life. And so I just, I really want to be intentional with my time and every piece that I have to give. And again, I'm very grateful, but when you get brought opportunities and you have to say no, it's just was that what I should have done? Was that, but I think every, life comes with seasons. And if it's the right opportunity, it will come back to you if you have to say no. And, but I think also choosing to say no, that it's a choice and, realizing I don't have to say yes to everything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very grateful that I have people in my life that will speak into it and say is this worth your time? Conrad Venti, shout out Conrad. One time he said create your own board of directors in your life and in your, business life.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right? So
that's a good one. Good job, Conrad.
Right?
Love the knowledge.
Just creating those people in your life. For me, it's Jim Vu, Soraida, that can say is this fulfilling to you right now? Or do you need to come back to that later? Matti, Alex, all these people, so many people.
I want to be on Gabby's board.
Just having that bench of players.
She's you're not on the board, but you can be on a committee.
Yeah. On the finance committee. Or the application.
I don't know.
No.
Let's see how you do on the committee.
You're on my board, right? No, I just really finding those people is super valuable. And so I'm very grateful for all of you.
Yeah, right back at you.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
She's like, am I the president? Am I the president of your board?
Yeah. I'm running for Gabby's president.
That's what I just said.
You don't need to run. I'll give it to you.
Right?
What keeps me up at night? So as I was thinking about this one, I'm a little different. I'm pretty process and compartmentalized with my life. And so when I go to bed, I recap everything from my day, think about tomorrow, and then I'm out. And so I just check all my boxes.
Let's try that, okay, guys? You're not a mom. I'm going to recap my day.
I am not. Yeah.
Dad problem.
Yeah, Hannah hates it because she'll be talking to me, and then like within a minute I'm out, and she's like, excuse me.
Is that normal?
Yeah. I don't know. I've told you I'm weird. Yeah, I'm pretty structured.
That's a special talent.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But I guess within that, like, I do think about like making sure I didn't miss anything for the day. And so I'm pretty short term in those keep you up at night. But my mind is 24/7 thinking, like, if I'm on a drive, like I'm listening to a podcast, but then I'm thinking, okay, how does this affect my business, my faith, my family? Like, where does it go? Like, if I'm sitting in greeters or whatever, like, my mind is thinking about real estate, insurance, like people, like just all the things. And so I'd say my mind just doesn't stop. And so that wind down time at night is like, it has to be fast. Otherwise I wouldn't sleep.
Okay. So anybody watching or listening, how do they find you? How can they find you for insurance or whatnot?
Yeah, everything is ferryinsurance.us. So whether it's Instagram, Facebook, looking up online, Alex Ferry is my tag on everything else. And so
Got to support each other.
Yeah, we skipped over Gabby.
We're going back to you. Come on, Gabby.
What about me?
How do I find you?
Yeah.
How do you find me?
How do I find you? How can you help me?
406-1166.
Oh,
Right?
She's like this.
she's like, please.
No, I feel like with investing, it's really hard. People think that like you have to have mounds of wealth before you start investing in the market, but that's actually not what creates the most wealthy people. It's the consistent small amount you're depositing.
What would a small amount be? Because small amount
I have people that do $35 a month. Like it's like there's no minimum, there's no maximum. There's ways to help everyone. And something that I value about our office is the way a business works with investing is sometimes there are minimums at offices where you go in and unless you have $50,000, they're not even going to talk to you. Whereas our office, we don't have minimums. You could literally have nothing and we'll take a meeting with you. And the reason behind that is we're all servants in our own office. We all have faith. And so we believe that everyone needs help.
And what's the name? What's the name of the office?
3 Pines Wealth. But we probably don't make money on a third of our clients. And the reason for that is because it's those individuals that are just starting. And we believe that in helping them someday, they will be phenomenal, wealthy clients, but that's not the heart behind our business. So very grateful for that. And to have people I work with that value that same thing, despite who cares what we do. It's like the people we do it with that matters, you know?
I love that. And I love that, and we didn't even bring it up, but each of you have touched on faith in different ways. I have that Mayor Julie gave me a sign in my office. She knows I love the Book of Esther. So it says, perhaps you were born.
Strong woman.
Perhaps you were born for such a time as this. Is there a quote from the Bible that's your quote that really resonates, if you wanted to share, or one of your top ones? It doesn't have to be your favorite.
Yeah.
If you feel comfortable.
I will say I really love the book of Ephesians, and I appreciate that book specifically just because it really does touch on Jesus's love for us. And I feel like as a Christian woman in Salem, I just want to show that type of love as well. And I'm definitely not perfect at it, but I want to show it to my kids. I want to show it to my family, to my friends, and also to the people that I just meet in my day to day. And I just want to walk that walk that Jesus laid out for me. And I feel like that's what I was kind of put on this earth to do, and to have a servant's heart and be a disciple and really just show people the love that Jesus has shown me and be appreciative of that. And just be a walking example, whether it's in a leadership role, in my career, helping people finance their homes, whatever it can be.
Love that. Faith, family, friendship.
Yeah.
I feel like it's why our connections go deeper is because we're rooted in that. We know everything we do is rooted in that, leadership-wise, friend-wise, parent-wise.
That speaks.
Right.
There's something bigger that I feel like when you have something bigger than you, right? And not making yourself the priority or having that layer of selfishness, you kind of realize that you can put other people first, and that's going to be more fulfilling, right?
Yeah. It's going to fill my cup, and he's going to take care of us.
For sure.
Amen.
Do you have a book or a quote? Or
Yeah. So I actually have it tattooed on my body, which, whoops. But Micah 6:8. And I truly believe that in all areas of my life, like if there's one thing I want people to remember about me, it's that I was a faithful servant. So it's do justly, love mercifully, walk humbly with the Lord your God. And And I just feel like that can overflow into every bucket of my life. So that's, I think, you know, if I can get to the end of my life and live that out, like that's a job well done.
That's beautiful.
So, yeah.
Thanks on my body if you want to see it.
Whoa, put it away.
No, it's just my wrist.
If I had to pick one, I'm kind of stuck between two.
Say two.
I really like
give us.
James just talking about trials. And so those first couple of verses, just finding joy in trials. I think it can be so easy to complain. And you see that in business owners a lot where it's like, okay, just control your controllables, move on. But like really finding joy in those moments and having people like this that you can walk alongside hardship with or even tough conversations with. So James is one. The other one, I think it's in 1 Corinthians, but finishing the race strong, like running the race, beating your body into submission, just that process of discipline and then living out faithfully and then receiving a prize for the hard work you've done. And so I think all of us share that value and that we want to be good stewards of like our time and our finances, everything. And so hopefully that is seen in how we treat family and faith and our community.
And I think going back to the whole Conrad Venti thing in the board in your own life, like those people also need to have the same faith as you to be able to check you and say like, hey, like, is this fulfilling the things it needs to in your life?
Crucial conversations.
Yes. Like I know Matti can sit me down and be like, Gabs, like, let's get back to the big picture. Let's
pump the brakes.
Is
Pump
that glorifying? Is that glorifying, to God? Or have you prayed about that? You say that all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'll voice text a prayer to Gabby.
Yeah, right.
I'm praying over you. Here's your voice
Yeah.
text.
You all are fantastic. I'm looking up through you and I thought, no, not Salem Emerging Leaders, Salem Superstar Servants.
Ooh.
I'll take that.
I
Change
like
that.
that.
Triple S.
Yeah, right.
Adding that to my resume.
Because you're right. You are the now. So right now, when you were all saying your different parts, you all use the word servant and finishing the race strong. So you are Salem Superstar Servants.
Well, I feel like we're grateful to have people like you in our community who, we can see doing very similar work and just kind of modeling that for us.
For sure.
Thank you. Well, thank you for all that you do. I definitely will have you back and go invest, go get your insurance and get some quality
Buy a
bracelets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Buy a house.
Over and out. Thanks.
Peace.
Big shout out and a big thank you to Valor Mentoring that recorded the video and audio for this podcast, Changing Lives That Change Lives. And thank you to Remodeling by Classic Homes for sponsoring this podcast. Thank you so much for joining us at the kitchen table with Soraida and friends. Please follow us on social media. You can find this podcast on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you listen to your podcast.